Hi y'all, my name is Lisa and I just finished working with Justin for a little over 12, 13 weeks. I originally reached out to Justin for hormonal support and correction. Back in March, I started getting my cycle every 10 days, 10 to 14 days. It went in and saw my gyno at that point, in which she ran some blood work and said everything is normal. See if it goes away. Well, it didn't go away. Come June, I was still getting it every 10 to 14 days, and at this point, I think it had gotten so bad that I was starting to notice other symptoms. I was extremely exhausted. At the gym, I had no energy. Coming home from work, I could pass out at 5 o'clock, and my mood and attitude really changed. I became very short-tempered, was very snappy, very cranky, and for me to recognize that something was off. So I went back and saw her. She ran some more blood work, pelvic exam, and ultrasound, and said everything is normal, that her recommendation was to go on birth control. Birth control for me was not an option. I had been on it in my early 20s and then got off of it to actually correct my acne and among other things. And once I got off of it, my system cleared up. So I was really reluctant to go back on it. And at that point, I felt that it was only masking my symptoms. There was no understanding. I like answers and definitive root causes that we were not addressing. So I kind of followed up with my GP to run additional testing. I ran some additional blood work, full hormonal panel, and I took those results and sent them to Justin to get his thoughts and his feedback. And after about a longer phone call than I'm used to, he really takes the time to dig in and understand your symptoms, what you've been dealing with, how long you've been dealing with it, how you feel, and then from there, he troubleshoots that for you personally. What are your levels? What can we do to fix them? How can we correct them through diet, nutrition, and supplementation? And it has been phenomenal. My cycle now is 4 months regular, back to normal. But the biggest benefit for me personally as well was my gut health restoration. It wasn't something I've had gas and bloating for years on end. Could never find a real root cause, and just like kind of thought it was one of those, yeah, I'm gonna have to live with it or really watch what I eat. And working with Justin, I understood the importance of balancing your gut health and what it takes to get there. And it has never been better. I'm no longer afraid of going out to eat or eat something funky at a friend's house, and know that I'll be okay. Justin has really helped with that more than any specialist has ever helped with my digestive issues. He does a phenomenal job, and it has been my best decision to reach out and work with him. I have a much better understanding of the power of nutrition and supplementation, and I think there's a lot of knowledge out there, and it's really driven me to continue to research on my own. I'll continue to get my blood work tested and look at my hormone levels, just because I like those numbers. And now that I have baselines, I know what to look for change. And that is something that's really critical if you are getting blood work and the doctors are telling you it's normal. It's normal for a standard generic range. It's not normal. It may not be normal to you. And that's where getting your blood and having a baseline is very important, at least in my opinion. You have to understand what the differences are, so you know what to troubleshoot when you go after it. And Justin understands that, and he does a phenomenal job of, supporting and encouraging and making you open up and talk about what you're struggling with and what you're fighting and how to overcome that. So it's much more than just a diet plan and a nutrition plan. It's tools that I can continue to use in my day-to-day life and know that I'll see benefits, which is truly what I was after. As you get older, your health and your nutrition and your longevity should be priority. And you really need to address that when things come up. My only hindsight would be waiting so long to do it. But now that I have that knowledge, I feel I'm in a good place to go forward. And I know I feel better than I have in years, thanks to Justin and his knowledge. So if you're going to choose to work with him, definitely know that you need to be committed so you're not wasting his time or your time. But you will be in good hands, and it'll be worth every bit of time and energy that you put into it.